Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody, and here we are, we're in the depths of the jungles of Ecuador, and today I'm in Sky Park and I'm carrying out a very, very dangerous and illegal mission. It's only 41 nautical miles, but we do not know whether we're going to be able to survive this or not. And let me just grab the app and bring it across here. We will be transporting counterfeit Lego. There's nothing more dangerous in Ecuador than transporting counterfeit Lego. I think we can all agree. Also, we're not really in the depths of the jungle. Look, there's a road here in the middle of nowhere. Someone's just decided, hey, it's too bumpy around here. Let's go ahead and asphalt this part of the forest just so we can drive between our huts nice and easily. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're in Sky Park. We've got this mission right here. It is dangerous. Just believe me, it is dangerous. And we'll be taking our trusty little Piper Arrow right here in our beautiful Kiwi Air colours. So let's go ahead and set up this mission right here. We're going to request it. And there we go. Now, one thing I'm actually interested in finding out is, look at this. 10,900 feet is the highest obstacle. So we're going to have to fly at probably around 12,000 feet. We are heading in a westerly direction. So, yeah, we're going to have to watch out for these mountains. But let's go ahead and load this up into our aircraft. You can hear it loading in there, I think. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and plan our flight. So we bring up our mapping software right here. It's kind of like I always say it, but this is like a small version of Atlanta, basically. And we'll be heading over here in a westerly direction over these mountains. Let me just scroll back here up to our arrival of Marisca Lamar. We're here at Mario Madero Yaramilo. Man, I nailed that. If I didn't nail it, don't tell anybody. Anyway, let's jump inside the aircraft and get this thing started up. I'm in lazy mode, and I have been for a few weeks, where I'm not getting out my honeycomb stuff. I am flying with the Extreme 3D, the Logitech Extreme 3D joystick, and it's a bloody good joystick, by the way. If you're looking for a cheap option, get into it. Not sponsored, by the way. Let's grab our chocks and tie downs and turn those off. I'm going to get my right and left yoke off, and we won't have a co-pilot. Let's turn this off. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. I'm not going to tune the radios right now because I just haven't got time right now. I'm going to put this onto nav while I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to go ahead and put our mixture up to 100. Our throttle up to 100. Let's turn on our battery and our fuel pump. We're going to need that. Let's just check that our fuel selector is on. That's a trick for young players, by the way. A little bit of throttle right here. Oh, hold on. I haven't turned on the beacon. Let's turn on the beacon. And then let's see if we can start this thing up. Okay, audio is back. It helps if you don't have it muted, everybody. Absolute professionalism around here. You know you're going to get it. Anyway, we've got a good start right there. And we'll just keep the revs up. Let's see. The propeller is turning, and that is always a good sign when you're looking to take off. Okay, so we'll just let that go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and tune some of this stuff right here. 122.8. Transponder. Let's throw it on VFR. I'm not sure what the weather's doing. 1200, that's cool. Let's throw it on standby while we're thinking about it. And today we're going to have to, like I say, we're actually here at what, 2,600 feet. So it's a decent level above, a decent height above sea level, I should say, for a start. So we're going to have to make sure that we keep an eye on things, and particularly mountains, by the way. That's something we definitely have to keep an eye on. So what I'm going to do, let's go and taxi out to the runway. I'll meet you out there, and let's depart out from the jungle and go and try to find our destination. Okay, we're just going to turn around up here in the turning part of the runway after backtracking, and let's line up ready to go. So far so good. The cops aren't on to us. We certainly haven't received any grief for trying to transport this counterfeit Lego. Extremely dangerous. Okay, looking good, feeling great. Let's go ahead, just make sure our barrow is correct. It is. Let's just nicely ease it through to full power. Let's try to keep this aircraft straight. These are very difficult. It's very, very slippery from a rudder control point of view. Just to keep this nice and balanced as you increase the speed down the middle of the runway here. It's not too bad at the moment. A little bit of back pressure here, and we'll start to fly pretty soon. There we go. Let's go ahead and throw that landing gear up, everybody. And we'll just look to gain a little bit of speed. We're actually looking for about 90 knots. Well, looking for about 90 knots. That's our climb altitude, I should say. Climb altitude, Mace. Climb speed. So as we look to climb out here, I'll go ahead and enable the autopilot. Actually, it helps if I put GPS in here. And we're just going to try to keep this. Looks like we can just sort of fly straight out as we head up to our cruise altitude there of, I think we're going to look at 12,000 feet for a start. Should be good. So what I'll do, everybody, let's go ahead and get this climb complete, and once we get up to cruise altitude, I'll rejoin you and let you know what's going on. Okay, welcome back everybody, and we're here at 12,000 feet up amongst the cloud at the moment. It was actually a pretty nice view up until I flew into this cloud, funnily enough. Hopefully we've got our cruising altitude correct, because we're at 12,000 feet right now. I'm pretty sure we're fine, but if we're not, well, it's going to be trouble. And all that counterfeit Lego is going to be spread all around the jungle of Ecuador. That's not going to be a good scene. Anyway, look at that out there, you little ripper. Get in there. Anyway, let's grab our Sky Park app across here. As you can see, we're about halfway on our journey. Most of this flight is actually climbing. We don't have actually that far to go. 18 nautical miles over here to go. We go into the manage part of the app right here. We scroll down here. I've noticed now that you've got this open in Spotify situation going on. Coyote music. Now I'm just wondering, that's probably, if I pop that off, it's probably going to throw me with a copyright strike. So let's avoid that. But that's kind of cool. If you're just flying around yourself, you can open up Spotify if you've got it, and it links up, and away you go. This airport right here, though, is located at 8,281 feet right there. At the moment, the weather conditions there are variable 2 knots, apparently. So we can pretty much fly into either of these runways right here, 24 or 6. You can see what it looks like. I love this. So we'll just throw that out of the road. Hold on, let's go back to our tracking screen right there. Let's jump outside the aircraft. I really like the scenery around here. It's pretty cool. Something a bit different. It's not an area of the world I've flown much in at all, to be fair. So pretty sparsely populated, but as you can see, fairly high altitude right here. These people living up here, man, I'll tell you what, they'll be great long distance runners. Great training for them. Anyway, what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is let's complete the remaining sort of 17 odd nautical miles, and I'll join you once we're on that final approach there into SECU, which is a Mariscal Lamar. Catch you very soon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, rolling out on our short finals here into Mariscal Lamar. And I've overshot it a bit. It's okay, we'll bring ourselves back on track. A little bit low according to the Pappies, but we're on a nice trajectory here at 70 knots indicated. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to leave it at this. This aircraft is really nicely balanced. If you trim it correctly, I mean that kind of goes without saying I suppose, but you trim it correctly and it flies itself. Hardly any inputs right here. So we're slightly slow to be fair, but we're fine. The windsock does reflect the METAR, so that's always good. The METAR online, so real weather is being reflected. Let's just hold that nose off. I floated a bit there. Whoa. Oh, and we landed twice. And I'm not even going to charge the passengers for that. Yeah, a little bit of nose up there as we landed. Let's knock out those flaps right there. Yeah, so a little bit bumpy there on landing, but we will take it. The aircraft is in one piece, and let's be honest, that's got to be a victory. So let's go ahead, turn off our fuel pump and our landing lights. I'm going to turn off our collision light too. Let's go ahead and taxi over to the terminal here. We've got some guys hanging around here. They are the recipients of this highly illegal counterfeit Lego. So I'm just going to cruise over here. We're actually going to put them straight into the storage units over here. Great scheme I've got lined up. So let's just go ahead and we'll just park it here. And then when we do that, let's put on our parking brake. We can go ahead and grab our thing right here. We've got to shut down our aircraft, of course, so that might help. So let's go ahead and do that. Fuel mixture off. RPMs can go off. Go ahead and turn the engine off. And we should get a pop-up very, very soon. There it is right there. Deliver. Beautiful. So here goes a bit of a rundown on how we're sitting right now. We've done a few jobs. We're at level 6, where XP is 1859, up by 202 right there. That's good. So we've gone ahead and increased. We've got what? Well, we got another 241 odd points there to get up to level 7. Bank balance is 5,800. So I'm looking forward to when they implement the ability to spend some of this cash. But that's all cool. Our karma's sort of going down a little bit at the moment because we've been doing quite a few coyote jobs recently, which is always good. I hope the local kids are going to enjoy this counterfeit Lego. I put myself through extreme danger to get it to them. But anyway, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Some more Sky Park. Hope you did enjoy it. Please go ahead and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. And until next time, everybody, take it easy.